Okay, this is the Monday, August 24th in North America, but the 25th in China, meeting of the Azure subproject of cloud provider. This is a CNCF meeting, so we will follow the CNCF community standards and be nice to each other. The agenda, as usual, is in the same place. I'll just put the link in the chat, just in case you don't happen to have it with you, Andy. And the only item on the agenda for today is what should we target for 1.20? And I was going to look at what finished for 1.19 and what didn't to see if we should target those for 1.20. So should we start with looking at the project board or at your list that you have, Andy?
I have a list, but I think we can start looking at the projects first.
Okay, let's do that. So this is the project board, and I put on a quick filter for the 1.19 milestone. And it looks like there are still 2 cards in progress. And this is all the external dependencies for moving the cloud provider out of tree. Let's take a quick look at that.
Yeah, for this issue, we still have a working item to move the external provider out of tree.
Right, so we should retag this one to the next milestone.
Yeah. The C actually like the CSI Java part actually it's already done. Yeah. And there's still remaining work item for moving the credential provider out of tree. And I think we will try to make it in the 1.20. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just take a look at those. So the credential provider,
yeah.
So I haven't been following this one lately. Still open. And look at that. I last moved it to 1.19.
That's February, yeah.
In February, yeah. So I guess this is another one that needs to move to 1.20, and I'm surprised nobody has bugged us. Oh,
yeah,
because it doesn't have a milestone on it.
Yeah, Penfei just mentioned, I think Penfei mentioned that he will put some time to implement it in 1.20. Yeah.
Okay. So
and I will confirm with him later.
Okay, great. Okay, so now this has got that milestone.
Yep. And for the CSI Java part, actually, we already did the most. I think it's all done. Yeah.
Okay, so can you update this issue then to reflect that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we've updated this one to the 1.20 and we'll update its status. And then the CSI, this is this, do we just look at this one?
Yeah.
No, yeah. This one, is this still in progress?
For the CSI Java migration, actually, it's already better in 1.19. I mean, for disk. Oh, I think I need to update it. For this, actually, it's already better in for disk, actually, it's better in 1.19, and for file, it's still alpha in 1.19.
Okay.
So yeah, we are going to plan to make it better in the 1.20, and some work need to do. The main work is the CI test. I mean, automatic CI test needs to be completed for the file in 1.20. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move it to the 1.20, and then you'll also update that status in the.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Great. So that at least finishes the existing milestone. So if we look at everything else, what of these do we expect? Would this be able to be 1.20?
Actually, it's not a critical feature or bug. It's not a critical feature, I think. So yeah, we may. I'm not sure whether there's some volunteer to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave that as is.
And this one is a bug, and we are going to fix it in 1.20.
Should we add the milestone to it?
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like a regression.
Yeah.
Can we commit to fixing this one too?
I think the PI is already in 1.20 and need to cherry pick.
Okay. Should we add it to the milestone just for clarity of tracking?
Yeah.
Okay. If I could learn to type, that would help. Okay. Looks like Chi is working on this one.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I think yeah, we can make it as the next milestone. Yeah.
The recording will have my dog walking across the floor. Do you hear his footsteps?
Some noise.
Yeah, it's my dog walking across the floor.
Your dog?
Yeah. This seems reasonable.
Can you open it? I think there's already a PR.
There is a PR. This is the PR.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can make it milestone 1.20.
Okay, so there's active review and updates. Good. Okie dokie. All right. So this is a ticket that is actually encapsulated in this,
Yep.
so we can probably delete this card.
The former
we-
is actually a summary, and this one is the detailed one. Right.
But we're still waiting. We're not ready to implement it yet.
Yeah,
Not in progress. Okay, we'll leave it there then. Benchmarking work. This is important, but I think we don't necessarily have to track it in the milestone.
Yeah, I think we already have done something. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Anish had done some work, and probably Pigfei too. It'd be good to get an update on that. So well, I guess we'll leave it where it is. Deprecate the Azure Container Registry config. This needs to happen. What's the timing?
Yeah, I think same issue as the external credential provider.
Still waiting on.
Yeah,
Waiting on
same
the-
issue. Yeah, as the
Okay.
external credential provider implementation.
Okay, right now it's in the 1.20 milestone. Should we continue to track it there?
Maybe not, because maybe we can make it implement it, but I think it's the best case is that it will be alpha in 1.20, so we cannot remove it.
Okay, so let's. I see. Yeah, so this. Let's comment to that effect.
I think we can just leave it.
Leave it as is, or should we remove the milestone, or move it to 1. There is no 1.21 to add it to.
Yeah, maybe 1.21.
We did this minutes ago. Let's leave it here for now. We'll
Okay.
track it over time and see how it goes.
Yeah.
That's funny. VM list. This is an issue. Pigfei opened.
This is not a critical issue, and I think we can just leave it.
Okay. Incoming connections seen with clusters outbound IP address. That sounds bad. But that sounds like a configuration. Has there been any discussion on this? This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long running issue.
I'm not sure whether it's the issue now.
Yeah. All right, let's ask SYLR. Okay. Come back to that. It's a reasonable feature request, but I guess it's not high priority. It's been there since April. Should we leave the rotten tag on it, rotten label on it? Or should we
Yep.
remove it? We'll just leave it for now. We should support sharing one public IP address by multiple services.
This one, Penfei is working on that. I think it should be milestone. Yeah.
In progress.
In progress.
And you think should we add the 1.20 milestone, or is that gonna set expectations incorrectly?
Wait. Let me take it through again. Multiple services. Yeah, looks like another one is working on that.
It looks like there are multiple use cases for it too.
Yeah. Oh, Penfei is online. Let me ping him.
And somebody else has joined us.
Yeah.
Hello, do you want to introduce yourself quickly? I don't know how I pronounce your name. Is your name Mol? Mol? Okay, anyway, this one is in active development.
Penfei did not realize that there's a meeting today.
Fair enough.
Let me ping him, and I think he can join.
There he is. Hi, Pegfei.
Sorry, I didn't notice there is a meeting today, so it's not in my calendar. I don't know why.
So we were just looking at a bunch of the issues that had that were on the project board, and also ones that had older milestones, and we were updating things. And it looks like this is in progress. And maybe
one share public IP. Yeah, so we have a design proposal internally, and we would work on this feature when the math branch start again.
So do you think we should add it to the 1.20 milestone?
Yeah, of course.
Do that right now then. Just wanted to check with you before we did that, just so we don't set expectations incorrectly with the users. Great. And the last item on the board is node event doesn't contain the detailed errors when the controller manager failed to create routes.
Node event doesn't contain detailed errors. Yeah, so we want to add the root errors to the service, to the node events. I think someone has started work on that some time ago, but he didn't finish that work.
Let's see.
So we may need to assign that to a different.
He closed a PR.
Yeah, there's a PR, but it is not the right way.
Okay. So is this something that you think we can get to in 1.20, or should we leave it on the backlog?
Yeah, 120. 120. Could you also help to unassign?
Unassign it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Is that a assign?
Unassign, yeah.
Unassign? I don't know all the commands by heart.
It should work, I think.
All right, well, we'll come back to that. So, question is, what else should we add
Yeah,
to the
and
board?
another feature we want to add is support multiple standard load balancer in the same cluster. I didn't create that issue yet. We need to prepare a design proposal, and we also want that to be part of AKS. Multiple standard load balancer, yeah. So today we support multiple basic load balancer.
Right. So should I just add this card?
Yeah.
Great. Should I assign anybody or?
Could we assign somebody here?
Actually, I guess it needs to be converted to an issue, so I'll leave that to you to do asynchronously.
Okay.
So Andy, you also said you had a list of things.
Yeah, I think some we already discussed, and I had just pasted one link about the volume issue, and yeah, it's about the dangling volume mechanism, and for CSI driver, it does not exist. So I'm planning to port that code for the in tree. Currently, the code is in tree. I will port that code to the CSI driver, and also there's some implementation for our CSI driver, mainly for Azure Disk driver.
For CSI driver, do you have a different project board, or it just also list here?
I have a tracking issue in the Azure Disk CSI driver.
Okay.
Should we add the
Let me
milestone also to this guy?
Is this issue for Azure only, or it's also for other volume plugin?
It's
like
common. Yeah.
It's common. Okay.
Is it something we should target fixing for 1.20?
Yeah, I think even for this issue, we can milestone it for the 1.20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, looks like unassign is not the right command. I'll look it up. I'll look it up later. What else do we have that we should add for 1.20? Actually, I think there's finishing up the external Kubernetes dependencies. Getting close.
Yeah. So for external credential provider, I think we may also add that in this release, but that depends on the plugin itself to be ready.
Right.
So we are not sure whether that would be ready in this release cycle.
So let's. I guess we'll. I'll check. We'll check in with Andrew. See how that's coming along. He was actually looking for
AWS
help.
folks are working on this feature.
Oh, great. Yeah, I don't think we have the cycles to contribute to that right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we should be tracking here, or is this a pretty complete list for 1.20?
I think that may be all.
Yeah, I have nothing on my side.
Well, it's a good list of stuff, so we'll add to it later. Okay. What else should we cover today?
We also published the website for cloud provider. So I'm not sure whether you have any ideas. So for example, what may be missing from current website?
I would love to go through it. Is it the general under the Kubernetes SIGs cloud provider?
Yeah. Let me share the link again.
Okay, thank you.
So actually, there are other websites. For example, the Kubernetes community are also based on the same the same theme. So it looks very similar.
Okay, I didn't see anything at AWS or GCP. URLs.
I'm not sure about other cloud providers, but I think we need ones for easier figure out all the things related with cloud provider.
Well, this is very slick. I'll go through it.
Okay. So if you think something I'm missing here, we could add them.
Well,
looks like we need a search box. Search box just on the top page, just like what they have on the Kubernetes contributors website.
that would be handy.
Yeah. Just search everything on the top right.
Okay. I'll add this to the notes. Thank you for sharing that. And anything else that I can do to help?
One thing, so for the PR, I mentioned you earlier to update the traffic guys. Is actually still not modded yet. So could you help on that?
Sure.
So actually the main concern from team is that some cloud provider specific changes may be considered as features. So I didn't think these kinds of changes are reasonable to traffic, but actually it is required for AKS. So for example, some custom enable new features from new API version, but cloud provider is still in old API version. So when this happen, cloud provider would be broken.
And can you share the link to that discussion again so I can see where it is and see how I can help?
Yeah, let me paste the link.
Thank you.
Actually, it would help a lot if we could accelerate the auto tree cloud provider. So it's just too many dependencies.
So it's Tim's comments. As I read this, I'm imagining something a little more explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I will asynchronously review that and see if I have anything to add to
Okay.
move the conversation forward.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And do you have any planned new features for CSI driver?
Yes, there's some. Like the NFS support. Actually, we already did the NFS support for the Azure Fire and Blob. And recently, we renamed the Blob CSI driver to Blob CSI driver, which means that it not only supports the Blob Fuse functionality, also supports the NFS.
Mm.
And also, there's some community work to support NFS on Windows. Yeah, it's actually there's already a PR, and I'm also reviewing it and trying it. And finally, we would support the Blob CSI driver on Windows using NFS.
Yeah. Is AFS itself GE now?
Sorry?
I mean, is the AFS Azure AFS GE now? Whether it is
Currently, for the Blob and Azure Fire, they are still in preview, and I think it's like a public preview, but still need to register by the customers themselves.
okay.
So yeah, why not GA, and we will also GA our future in the future. Yeah. So that's my side for the Blob Fuse and Azure Disco CSI updates. And also, I'm also working on some other CSI projects like the SMB, like the NFS CSI Java. Yeah, I'm also working on that. Yeah.
What do you expect to land for those projects in version 1.20? Is there any end user visible things that we can target?
Currently, there's a plan that we will move all the in-tree drivers to out of tree. Not only the cloud provider like Azure Disk Fire, but also other built-in drivers like NFS. As you know, that there's already an NFS driver, built-in driver in Kubernetes, and we are going to move it out of tree. So I just spent some effort on that. I think I need to make it just to become a maintainer of that project first. And in the future, let's see what we can do. Like, for example, for the NFS support, I think we need to support on Windows too. And I think we can, yeah, put some effort on that. And also make it work on Azure, yeah, first. So those kind of projects are really upstream, and some are like, for example, for the SMB and NFS, most users are not Azure users. Some are on-premise users. So yeah, I think we also need to support that.
I think those will be great additions for sure. Yeah. Where are you tracking that work? Or is there some place?
We have a repo. Yeah, we have a separate repo. I think I can paste the link here.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's out of the scope of the provider Azure scope.
Yeah, we're discussing just related work at this point.
Yeah, and paste it in the chat room. Yeah, so this is the SMB CSI driver. And for the SMB, actually, it's already beta now. I just enable all the tests, like the sanity test, integration test, end-to-end test. Yeah, it works. It also works on Windows. So I also add a Windows end-to-end test. by leveraging the Azure resources. And for the NFS driver, yes, currently it's there are only simple tests, like only build test. So I'm now adding some other tests like the sanity test and end-to-end test to the NFS. Yeah,
that'll be very good. Great. Okay, do we have any other items to cover for today related to cloud provider? If not, my family is ready for me to go make dinner.
Enjoy dinner.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.